Hello, and welcome to Curated Classics, the channel that shares the most famous and popular stories from books, films, and history in quick summaries so that you can learn the classics quickly without hours of reading or years of expensive courses. Today, you are listening to The Tempest, a play by William Shakespeare that revolves around themes of betrayal, revenge, reconciliation, and forgiveness. It is set on a remote island where the sorcerer Prospero, rightful Duke of Milan, plots to restore his daughter Miranda to her rightful place using illusion, magical manipulation, and control over the elements. Prospero was overthrown by his brother Antonio and exiled on a raft with his infant daughter Miranda. They ended up on an uninhabited island where Prospero, using magic, enslaved the island's only inhabitants, a monster named Caliban and an airy spirit named Ariel. The play opens with Prospero raising a storm, or tempest, that causes a ship carrying his brother Antonio, King Alonso of Naples, Alonso's son Ferdinand, and others to run aground on his island. The passengers are separated and dispersed on the island. Prospero manipulates the paths of the shipwreck survivors. He leads Ferdinand to Miranda, and the two quickly fall in love. Meanwhile, Caliban conspires with two drunkards, Stefano and Trinculo, to kill Prospero and take control of the island. But their plot is thwarted. Finally, Prospero confronts his brother Antonio and King Alonso, revealing his true identity. He forgives them, asks for and receives his dukedom back, and prepares to return to Milan. Prospero frees Ariel and Caliban, renounces his magic, and asks the audience to set him free from the island with their applause, suggesting a possible retirement by Shakespeare from the stage. Thus, The Tempest is a tale of power, forgiveness, freedom, and the magic of manipulation and control. For a more in-depth understanding of this act, we will now provide a breakdown. Act 1. The play opens with a ship in the midst of a storm at sea. On board are Antonio, the Duke of Milan, Alonso, the King of Naples, Sebastian, Alonso's brother, Ferdinand, Alonso's son, and others. We learn that this tempest was conjured by Prospero, former Duke of Milan, who was overthrown by Antonio and Alonso. Prospero and his daughter Miranda are stranded on a remote island, where Prospero has become a powerful sorcerer. He explains their history to Miranda and reveals that he created the storm to bring his enemies to the island. Ferdinand, separated from the others, meets Miranda. They instantly fall in love, although Prospero pretends to disapprove. Act 2. In another part of the island, Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, and Gonzalo, a kindly old counselor, search for Ferdinand. Ariel, a spirit controlled by Prospero, causes them to fall into a deep sleep, except for Antonio and Sebastian. Antonio convinces Sebastian to kill Alonso and Gonzalo and seize the throne of Naples. However, Ariel awakens Gonzalo just in time to prevent the murder. Elsewhere, Trinculo and Stefano, two comic characters, encounter Caliban, a monstrous creature enslaved by Prospero. Caliban persuades them to kill Prospero and become rulers of the island. Act 3. Ferdinand is tasked with carrying logs by Prospero, who wants to test his love for Miranda. Seeing his determination and genuine love, Miranda proposes to Ferdinand, who gladly accepts. Meanwhile, Alonso and his party are led through the island by Ariel in the guise of a harpy, and they grow weary and disoriented. Elsewhere, Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo are drunk and plotting to kill Prospero. Ariel overhears their plan and decides to intervene. Act 4. Prospero creates a magical, celebratory performance, a mask, to bless the betrothal of Miranda and Ferdinand. The spirits Ariel controls perform as mythological figures. Suddenly, Prospero remembers the plot against his life and abruptly ends the mask. He sends Ariel to lead the conspirators into a filthy pond and then into a briar patch, causing them to lose their way. Prospero then promises to Ariel that he will soon be set free and instructs him to ensure the ship is safe and ready to sail. Act 5. Prospero, dressed in his duke's robes, confronts Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian, who are now deeply remorseful and disoriented. He forgives them and reveals that he is the Duke of Milan and that Ferdinand is alive and betrothed to Miranda. He renounces his magic and releases Ariel and Caliban from his service. Ariel brings the ship near and ensures the rest of the crew wakes from their enchanted sleep. The play ends with everyone preparing to return to Italy, leaving the island to Caliban. In his final speech, Prospero asks for the audience's applause to set him free, suggesting a retirement from his magical arts. Thanks for listening to Curated Classics. If you enjoyed this story and it provided valuable insights, we hope you will give this video a like by clicking the thumbs up, sharing it with other lifelong learners. And please check out more of the greatest stories throughout history on the Curated Classics channel. See you next time.